Hey everyone, it's your big sister Kinga here. Somebody sent me a question about how to know if a girl is faking an orgasm or not, or rather, I guess, how to know if she actually has had one or not. So I'm going to answer that question for you, but first, a disclaimer. Um, Not all women experience orgasms the same way. So, although I'm going to give you a couple signs and symptoms that you can look for, if you don't see any of these, don't go accusing your partner of faking orgasms because it she could be enjoying the heck out of herself. She just experiences orgasms differently. Everybody's anatomy varies, so therefore everybody's responses to orgasm vary as well. So that being said, a couple things to look for. One of the big things to look for is muscle contractions, and these are internal and external. Externally, all the muscles in the body might become rigid for a bit and then relax. And that happens because sometimes when a woman has an orgasm, she feels the need to push down. She has this feeling it's almost like having to pee or having to sort of bear down. And so the muscles will contract externally when that's happening. Another place that muscles contract is actually the vaginal walls themselves. They will contract as a woman is having an orgasm. So if you have a penis inserted or even fingers inserted in the vaginal canal, you should be able to feel those contractions. A byproduct of these contractions, because the vaginal wall is very close to the bladder, is a lot of the time a woman will have to urinate soon after having an orgasm. So if you have just had a sexual experience and a woman has to run off to the bathroom soon after, that's a good sign. That's actually a good thing. That means that those muscles were contracting and it stimulated the bladder. Another thing to keep in mind is her breathing. A lot of the time, your breathing will quicken as you are approaching orgasm. So if her breathing is changing, that's probably a good thing. But again, if somebody's breathing is more controlled, it doesn't necessarily mean she's not enjoying what you're doing. But a lot of the time there will be a quickening of the breath. Also, because there's an increased blood flow, sometimes her skin will flush a little bit, so her skin will become pinker. That's a tough one to tell, but if you're really paying attention, you might notice that one, especially around her chest. And of course, a female might become really wet or even squirt fluid. Again, not everybody will do this. Some people don't lubricate the same way as others. But if she squirted fluid, that's a pretty good indication. Lastly, her pupils might dilate. Your pupils dilate when you're aroused, and they also dilate when you orgasm. So her eyes even may become unfocused for a moment or two. The best thing to do, instead of completely scrutinizing your partner and watching and for all these signs and being really consumed by all of these things, if you're not sure if you are pleasing her the way that you would like to, the best thing to do is just ask. And I don't mean ask her if she's faking her orgasms or not, because that can make people a little bit defensive, but rather ask her, what do you want me to do to you? What do you like? What do you enjoy? Tell me what you want me to do. And that sort of creates a dialogue, and it's a safe dialogue because she's not feeling threatened or accused, and you should be able to have a dialogue with your partner. That's something that's really important. Communication is a huge factor. So that's it. Those are my little tips. Keep those in mind. But again, don't go and accuse someone of faking orgasms just because you saw this video. Talk to your partner, all right? If you have any other questions, please feel free to send them to me at askyourbigsisterabout@gmail.com. And comment below if you have any other types of symptoms or signs when you orgasm, or if you've had a partner that has had a different kind, because the more we know, the better, right? So, all right, thanks everyone.